Hey guys, welcome to my 35-week bump date. This video is probably going to be a little bit shorter than my other videos just because I didn't have a doctor's appointment. This will probably be, hopefully, my last weekly bump date without a doctor's appointment to talk about. I have my next doctor's appointment next week when I turn I'll be 36, basically almost 37 weeks pregnant, and then I think I'll go weekly until the baby comes. So this is going to be not as exciting, but thought I would make a video real quick just to talk about how things are going. But at 35 weeks, I pulled up my What to Expect When You're Expecting app. It said baby is as big as a 6-pack of beer, which is silly, I think. Or a basketball net, or a bunch of Swiss chard. It had nothing to say about like what baby's doing. It's just saying like baby's about 5 pounds, about 18 inches, and basically like its arms and legs are plump and not skinny anymore. And like that's all it had to say. It was, I guess nothing much is happening, just trying to fatten up before the baby comes. I'm doing okay. I definitely can feel that my belly is very big. I am very quickly running out of shirts that fit. Even some of my maternity shirts are struggling to fit this big belly. My night shirts, I just wear like oversized big shirts at night because I don't have maternity pajamas. And I am quickly running out of those. I've had to borrow Anthony's bigger t-shirts on more than one occasion because otherwise my belly just like hangs out and it's annoying, and yeah, it's just not good. So I will not miss not being able to fit into anything. I have like 5 maternity shirts that I wear over and over again, so I have to do laundry all the time to make sure I have anything to wear. It's just rough. My heartburn has definitely been getting worse as the days go. It used to be I just needed it here and there once every few days. Now it's like I basically have Tums every night before I go to bed because laying flat like how you are in the bed, it just makes my heartburn so bad. And then there are some times during the day where I'm just like I can't do it anymore, especially if I'm eating like something really greasy. Then I will need more Tums. So some days I have to have it 2-3 times a day, so way more than what I was having before this week. I still get like cramps, Charlie horses here and there, but I can usually like just flex my foot and it'll go away pretty fast, so that hasn't been too bad. The baby is kicking all the time. Still getting hiccups a lot. I actually haven't gotten hiccups quite as much, but it's funny, like I can, and I remember this happening with my other pregnancies, I can like see the baby taking practice breaths, like my belly will just like rise and fall, and so it's kind of cool. I can see that, but lots of rolling around and lots of kicks, and I think baby's still head down. When I have my doctor's appointment in a few days, they are going to check if baby's head down and also how dilated I am. So take a guess in this video. How dilated do you think I'm going to be? I will let you know that my last pregnancy, which would have been my 3rd pregnancy, when they checked me for the first time, I was a fingertip dilated. And that was it. And then I think I only got to be like 1 centimeter dilated before I went and got induced. So what do you think this time? I will say I've been getting Braxton Hicks here and there, not like crazy. One time I got it like a couple times in a row and it was kind of like, ooh, this is exciting, and then nothing happened out of it. I have been feeling like period crampiness here and there. Definitely like if I overdo it and I'm like constantly running around, I will feel that here and there. And so I'm hoping that this like cramps and the Braxton Hicks are just my body getting ready for labor, and that I'm actually going to be somewhat dilated. I'm definitely starting to stress out about when this baby is going to come. My due date is August 19th. It is my oldest son's first day of school. My middle son, or my middle kid, I just got an email yesterday from his preschool saying that Meet the Teacher is on my due date. So it's just, it feels like there's a lot that's coming, which makes sense. It's back to school. That's what mid-August is. But I'm just like, how am I gonna fit all this in? Like, my oldest son has Meet the Teacher the day before my due date, so I'm just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. My due date is on a Tuesday, so I'm kind of, I haven't even talked about this with my OB yet, so I don't really know what my options are, but maybe I want to get induced like the week before so that I'm at least like out of the hospital and my husband can go and like take the kids to these things. I don't know how like up and at 'em I'm gonna be after birth. It just kind of depends how everything goes. Thankfully, knock on wood, I have had very easy labors and recoveries with all of my kids, so hopefully this one just follows along with all of my past labor and deliveries, and everything goes smoothly, but you never know what's gonna happen. So yeah, I'm just starting to get a little stressed. I'm like 4, maybe 3 weeks away, depending on like if we're able to get induced early. Again, I haven't talked to my OB, so I don't really know like what my options are. I'm also just getting stressed just because we still don't have a name for this baby. My husband Anthony and I have started to get a little bit more serious about it, and so every night for maybe an hour or so, we'll sit down together and he'll take one gender, I'll take the other gender, and we'll just look up names, and anytime we find a name we like, we'll say it out loud to see if the other person likes it. It hasn't really produced, you know, anything solid yet, but I think maybe we have a couple names in mind. Probably more boy names than girl names in mind, but I don't know what it is, but for some reason this pregnancy I'm really into W names for both boys and girls, so I've kind of been leaning that way. I also really like C names for this pregnancy. I don't know why. My husband is really drawn to A names this pregnancy, but I'm trying to stay away from A names because we already have an Avery, and then my husband's name is Anthony, so I'm like, we already have 2 people in this family with A names. I kind of would like to mix it up. We'll see, you know, what we end up with. We'll work on it again tonight, but yeah, I'm just starting to get stressed that we don't have a name. I have packed, or started packing my hospital bag. I think I've got almost everything in there for baby and most of the things for me. I went postpartum shopping, so I got all that good stuff, the Tux pads and the witch hazel and just the pads themselves, all that good stuff. So I'm like stacking my bathroom. I usually try to make sure there's a bathroom upstairs and a bathroom downstairs with all the things that I need. So probably all the stuff that I get from the hospital I'll put like in the downstairs bathroom, because our upstairs bathroom is already totally stocked with everything I need. I have started to bring some things up from the basement for baby, but we still haven't like set up the bassinet. Like, I need my husband's help because that thing is so heavy. We have the Halo bassinet, which I love. It's just very heavy and bulky. So we just like the swing, and just like we got a bouncer for my birthday, but we need to build it. So I'm just starting to get a little stressed. We've been playing it very chill this pregnancy, which is fine, but now we're starting to get to the home stretch. We're still in July, but it's like a week from tomorrow is the end of July. And so I feel like once we hit August 1st, then I'm really gonna stress out, because then it's like, okay, we're in our birth month now. So my poor husband, say a prayer for him. I'm just gonna go slightly more insane as, you know, the days go on, but yeah, eventually we need to, you know, do some preparing for this baby. Anyway, I kind of got off on a tangent there of my mental state, I guess, but how I'm doing other than that, I have been feeling just like I said, my belly feels really big, and so it is like pulling down a lot. My back is still great, have not needed the belly band, but it's just like sometimes I have to recline a lot in our recliner out in our living room because it just hurts just to sit upright. And I've been getting, and I remember this last pregnancy too, I've just been getting like this like tear, like uncomfortableness like in my upper left side, like right under my ribs. And I think it's just like my belly pulling down and my skin stretching. My skin's been like just around my belly has just been really itchy, I think because it's stretching, and I experience that every pregnancy too. So just starting to get really uncomfortable. I walk very slow. I'm still very hot all the time. So just getting towards the end of just being big and not being able to do too much. My feet hurt very easily when I'm up and on my feet, so I have to sit down a lot, which is fine, but hard when you have 3 kids already. I'm like torn in between wishing this pregnancy would end and that the baby would come, and not wanting it to end because I'll probably never be pregnant again in my whole life, and so I'll never experience these things ever before. So I'm like trying to appreciate the pregnancy right now, but it's really hard as it gets closer to the end. Like I just want it to be over and done with. So I don't know, my more like warring worlds in my head right now of like, I don't know what I should be. I guess I can feel both. I don't know. Other than that, I don't think there's too much else going on with me. Still really no headaches. Still really wanting hamburgers and candy, but nothing like crazy cravings. I will be excited to eat deli meat once this baby comes, and a Subway sandwich. That's always like my #1 postpartum meal. And I'm peeing all the time. I'm thirsty and I'm drinking all the time and I'm peeing all the time. But that is totally to be expected. So anyway, I think that's about it. I will show you guys my 35-week bump day or belly. Okay, here is my belly. Sometimes I'm like, do I even look really that pregnant? I don't know, maybe I doubt. And then other days I'm like, I literally like can't see my feet when I stand up because my belly is so big. And it's very hard to bend over and pick things up, which I have to do a lot with 3 little kids. But anyway, here's my belly. I think that's gonna be it for this video. Make sure to stay tuned because my next bump day I will have an update about how my doctor's appointment went, and I hope that I am at least 1 centimeter dilated. Hopefully I'm more, but maybe that's asking for too much. We'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.